Good afternoon, Nkosi Talk Shows family. It's Lomsa here at Nkosi Talk Shows. Find your own voice, lead from within. So, if it is your first time here at Nkosi Talk Shows, we help our audience find their own voice, lead from within. Finding your own voice in relationship in every area of your life. In order for you to have a beautiful lifestyle, you need to have a voice. You need to be able to know where you're going, what you want. You need to be able to be authentic. So today's topic is dating vision. Dating without a vision can feel exciting in the beginning and confusion later. You meet people, you talk, you try again, and sometimes you keep repeating the same story with a different face. Dating vision is the inner clarity that guides who you choose, how you date, what what you allow in your life, and what you walk away from. So your love life stops being an accident and starts becoming a legacy. A dating vision is also not a fantasy. It's a purpose-driven plan for love, the kind of relationship you build, the value it might stand on, the emotional environment you need, the spiritual alignment you won't compromise, and the standards that protect your heart. When your vision is clear, you stop hoping it works and start dating with wisdom because you know what you are looking for, why it matters, and how to recognize it. So, this guide will help you create a dating vision um, that is mature, healing confident, faith led, if you choose a future focused, so you don't just find someone, you find someone who fits the life you are called to live. So I'm going to share with you a few steps, guys, so you can decide whether it's for you or is not for you. So define what dating vision means to you. Write one sentence. Dating vision means I date with, whether you date with clarity, whether you date with faith, whether you date with intention, whether you date with peace. What does it mean you date with marriage minded? Goals, etc. This becomes your foundation. Whenever you go and meet people, so it becomes your foundation. You get to know what you want, what you don't want. So decide, number two, decide what season you are in. Are you healing? Are you exploring? Are you serious courting or ready for marriage? Your season determines your peace, your boundaries, and who qualifies those boundaries. So you can go and watch the video. I created a video regarding peace yesterday. So this video, you can link it to this one and just write down the things that you want your dating vision. So identify number three, identify your relationship destination. Name the desire, outcome, marriage, long-term partnership, godly union, companionship, or intentional courtship. If you don't choose a destination, you will accept anything, guys. So you don't want to accept anything when it comes to dating with a vision. You have to really know what do you really want in life, and clarify your why. That's number four. Why do you want love? Is it because you're lonely? Lonely is where Nomsa comes in, when you need God. Anybody that is lonely, you call upon the Holy Spirit. He keeps you company. He makes you feel warm. He gives you comfort. He takes away that loneliness. That's God. But you don't date because you are lonely. So that we need to take it out. So what is your big why? Why do you want love? Is it companionship, or do you want family, purpose, partnership, emotional safety, legacy? Your why reveals your true needs when it comes to dating. Then you separate your desire from loneliness, and that's number five. List what you genuinely desire versus what you want only when you feel empty. Dating from loneliness makes you negotiate your standard. So that's why I said when you feel lonely, guys, you need to connect with God. Don't date. Define your core values. That's number 6. Example: faith, honest, growth, kindness, family, discipline, generosity, peace, excellent. Your values are your non-negotiable compass. Number 7, define your relationship values. These are values that is specifically inside love, your loyalty, communications, emotional maturity, spiritual alignment, conflict resolution, intimacy, etc. Remember, guys, you don't compromise when it comes to defining your values. So those are things that really important, and that's number 7. When you define your values, there are values specifically that you cannot compromise. Remember, God says that if you want to enter my kingdom, you have to be, if you want to enter my kingdom, these are the commandments that you need to follow. Without following this commandment, you will not enter the kingdom of God. And he also says you have to be blameless. You have to be like a child. A child knows what they want. Even when you try to bribe them, they will cry and tell you, no, this is what I want. So you have to know your want. You can't compromise your want. So when you know what you want, you don't compromise it. So God knows exactly what he is looking for when he says, if you want to enter my kingdom, he does not compromise it. He knows that there are other gods out there. He knows, I'm going to share the video, guys. He knows that there are other gods out there, but he does not compromise. He does not negotiate his standard. He knows his love is for eternity. So if you know the kind of love that you have, so why would you want to compromise? And you know what kind of love that you're looking for? Why would you compromise? So he doesn't compromise. He is very, very, very clear that these are 10 commandments that I give you. If you want to enter my kingdom, you follow this commandment. So if you don't follow this commandment, it means that means you belong to Satan. You cannot enter the kingdom of God. So if God can be clear what he wants, what makes you so different that you cannot be clear, this is what I want. I'm looking for love. This is my vision. I'm not willing to compromise, but I'm willing to be open. I'm not negotiating. I'm not willing to negotiate my core values, because your values, guys, are very, very important. So if you know you are a Christian and you love God, like myself, I'm not willing to compromise for anything. And then you meet a guy that he does whatever he does, and he tells you straight away, or a woman, she tells you that she doesn't love God, but you like the guy, you like the woman, and then you compromise all your values and say, okay, I'm gonna date him, but because if he falls in love with me, he's going to do what I want. It does not work like that, guys. So you have to make sure that um, when it comes to relationship, you know exactly, you don't compromise. Number 8, write your must-have list, character best. Focus on qualities like integrity, consistency, humility, accountability, not car, not height. Authenticity. That person has to be authentic. Guys, anyone can buy a car. So anyone can have a height. So height is important. Like for women who are tall, you have to date a tall guy. That one is a common sense. So, but don't put a height as your priority. So it's very, very important when you're writing your character best. There are things that are actually obvious that you don't need to write them down. Like I'm short, I can date any guy that is taller than me. So if you are tall, a tall woman, or you can date any guy that is taller than you. He has to be taller than you, or if you're on heels and stuff and things like that. But sometimes, maybe the height, like if you are the same height, it works. So write down all these things. Number 9, write your nice to have list preference best. This keeps you balanced preference that allows you, you just don't treat them like salvation. So number 10, identify your absolute deal breaker. What are your deal breaker? That is really, really, really important. Example, abuse. Are you willing to tolerate someone who's abusive? And men, look out for women as well. Women, there are women who are very abusive as well. It's not just men. Cheating patterns. Are you willing to tolerate the cheating patterns? Someone who has addictions, untreated addictions, lying, disrespect, uncontrollable anger, inconsistent, like inconsistent faith. There are some people who are obsessed with the faith. They are no longer worshiping God, but they are obsessed. Very, very, very obsessed. So there are some things that I don't know how I can put it. And there are some people that when they meet you, they'll tell you that because I'm a Christian, I like my things to be done this, to be done this, to be done this. But God is not like that, guys. When you are a Christian and someone is a Christian, is God's hand that comes upon you to guide that relationship. I can't control anybody and say, listen, I'm a Christian. I like things to be done this way, to be done that way. I'm not a God. So there's a difference between some people who are Christian who are obsessed and who are completely, completely obsessed with their faith. And that is not Bible based. But there's some normal Christians. I've not met anyone who is like a Christian faith obsessed. So I've shared this with you guys because some people they like to make rules and stuff, but when it comes to the Bible, there are no rules. All you have to do, God has given us the 10 Commandments. Our image has to represent his kingdom. If I'm saying to you I'm a Christian, my image has to represent God, not Lucifer. So you will know when you meet someone, their image, their authenticity, how authentic they are, how controlling they are, and things like that. So there are some people, like if you are a Christian, faith obsession, that you have to stay away from. That is no longer about God, it's about them being in control. And the pornography, some people they're addicted to pornography. So you have to addictions. If it is those boundary, refuse to commit to those people. And number 11, define what love feels like to you in a healthy way. Describe the emotional atmosphere, calm, safe, chosen, respected, playful, secure. Those things are important. Number 12, heal your pattern attraction. Write to who you keep choosing. What you keep tolerating. The pattern is the lesson calling you higher. So it's really, really important to heal your pattern attraction. Number 13 is important identifying your attachment style tendencies. Are you anxious, avoidance, fearful, secure? Awareness stop you from confusing anxiety with love. So if you feel that you have anxiety or anything, guys, it's important to heal yourself. Like myself, like I'm healing myself. I'm going 1,000 days in cleansing myself. I don't have time for games. And the most thing that I don't have time is the time for nonsense. So identify those things where you work on yourself. I don't have time to control another human being. Number one, I don't have time for nonsense. When someone who is healed, they don't have time for nonsense. They don't have time to tolerate any nonsense or trying to fit in with anybody. You don't have time. You have been healed properly. You don't have time to control another human being because you did not create that human being. So why would I want to control a human being? So I don't have time for that to control someone else. All I have time is to work as a team with that person. I don't have a time to be a fixer, to fix someone, or to play coach to someone. So you are not there to fix that person. Just because I'm a coach, it doesn't mean that I have to coach my spouse. That's why we need our own coach. We need a coach, specific, that sees what we don't see together. So all these things are important. For me, being a coach is a bonus in my relationship. And at the same time, there are things that I may not be able to see while the other coaches can see. So it's important to still have your own coach, whether you're a coach. Set a standard for communications. What does the healthy contact looks like for you? Frequency, clarity, effort, responsiveness, honest. So set a standard. All those things are truly, 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 truly important in your life when you set your boundaries. Number 14, set a standard for communication. Oh yeah, I've mentioned that. Number 15, set a standard for consistency. Define what consistency looks like in the first 30 days. Showing up, keeping up promises, time planning, respectful pursuit. Like guys, like life is very, very simple. I always say to people, life is how our tomorrow is going to look like. It would define it. The choices that we make in life, it will define how our tomorrow is going to look like. So it's very, 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 very important for our tomorrow, to plan for our tomorrow. It's important to know what we want our tomorrow to look like. Decide your peace and boundaries. How soon do you meet this person? How soon do you intimate? How quickly do you introduce family? Vision protects person. Some people who are Christian, they don't have intimacy relationship until they get married. So all those things, do not compromise. Whoever you are, do not compromise. Your family, when do you introduce this person to your family? And number 17, define your sexual boundaries very clear. Write them down. If your body is secret to you, your boundaries must be spoken with confidence and not apology. Don't be apologetic of who you are becoming. Number 18, build your vetting question list. Questions about values, about faith, about family, finances, conflict, accountability, intentions, past lessons, and the relationship goals. So the lessons that we've learned from our past, those are the lessons, but we do not bruise our spouse, the people that we meet, because of the experiences we have experienced ourselves. If we have had bad experiences in the past, whoever we date, guys, we have to know that this person is different. They show up differently. They are not our exes. They are not our past experiences. At this moment, they are showing up for themselves. So we have to embrace and value them. And number 19, learn the difference chemistry and compatibility. Chemistry is attraction, compatibility is shared values, plus consistency, spiritually discipline, health, friendships, respect for your boundaries. So don't mix that up when you are meeting someone. Create a green red flags list. Example, accountability, empathy, emotional regulation, consistency, spiritual discipline, healthy friendship, respect. Don't compromise, guys, when it comes to red flags. We're not judging anyone, but if red flags are showing up and they are real, don't make an excuse for this person. And don't make an excuse for yourself and say, I'm single, no one is going to want me. This person, if something does not feel right, it doesn't feel right. God has a man for you. God has a woman, a true man, where you meet, they just going to want to be with you. A woman, when you meet that woman, they value you, they honor you, they want to be with you. A man that when you meet, you don't have to try to take your boobies out. You don't have to try to practice the speech. It happens natural. So number 21, create a red flags list. You will no longer excuse. Example, love bombing, hot, cold behavior, disrespect disguised as jokes, secrets, blaming exes for everything, rushing intimacy control. So we don't blame our exes. If a man is still blaming their ex, guys, if you meet me, you want to date me. Why, if you ask me, Nomsa, I'm saying, why are you single? I'm single because I have not met the right guy. It means that I have worked on my healing. I'm no longer blaming my ex. I'm no longer blaming anybody. I know that I have met my exes and things have not worked out. I've moved on. And that's why I'm single. So the reason why I'm single is because I've not met the right guy. I'm looking for the right guy. So if you meet someone who still blames their exes, it means they have not taken the responsibilities for their action. Because a relationship, it takes two to tango. Once you've created the red flags, number 22, define how you want to be pursued. Intentional, gentle, consistent, clear, protective. Your vision includes how love approaches you. You get to decide how a love approaches you, how a man approaches you, how a woman approaches you. Number 23, define what you will bring to the relationship. List your strength, growth areas. Vision isn't only about choosing, it's also about becoming. Who are you becoming in that relationship? What are you bringing to the table in that relationship? Sometimes you may want to date someone who is wealthy, but do you understand what does a wealthy guy looking, what does the lifestyle of a wealthy guy, what does it look like? What are you bringing? Are you bringing growth mentorship to that guy? Are you bringing mentorship to that woman? What are you bringing? So those things are important. Number 24, upgrade your self-concept. Your dating vision must match your identity. Write the vision for me who receive healthy love is. So that is important. Your identity has to match everything, your vision. Align your lifestyle with your vision. That's number 25. Your environment influences your choices. The choices that you make today are going to define how your tomorrow is going to look like. So that is really, 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 really important. When everything is aligned, your lifestyle with your vision, your environment, where you go, where you who you listen to, what you entertain, what you normalize, those things are important. Number 26, set standards for emotional safety. That is really, really important. Name what emotional safety requires: kindness during conflict, no intimidation, no silence, punishment, no manipulation. So there are some men or women who manipulate. So you don't time when you are healed, guys, you don't have time for all this nonsense. So any woman that is still tolerate nonsense, they will attract nonsense. Any man that still tolerate nonsense, they will attract nonsense. In MFM, we have a program that this nonsense must stop. It means the nonsense of poverty must stop. The nonsense of me being single must stop. I must make a decision who I want my tomorrow to look like. The nonsense of me living in poverty must stop. It means I must make a decision, write my vision, create goals, not to get up in the morning and being lazy. That's the program we have. It means this nonsense must stop of me thinking that I'm not enough. This nonsense must stop of me thinking that I can't be this, I can't be that, I can't be that. We call it this nonsense must stop. Where our pastors, they teach us the reality of life. What does life look like when you want to better yourself? When you make excuses for yourself, how your tomorrow will look like. Your tomorrow will look the same because the choices that I am making today, they will define how my 2026 will look like. So those things are important. Very, very, very important, guys, in your life. When we value who we are, we honor ourselves. And when I say to myself, I need to go dating, I got to mean that what I mean. Meaning dating means that I'm not taking any nonsense from me, from anybody else. I'm writing my goals. I'm no longer trying to fit in with anyone. I'm no longer pretending to be something that I'm not. It means the man that comes to me, the woman that comes to you, that woman has to feel honored to have met you, to have met the kind of a guy that does not look himself down. I don't have a Lamborghini, so what? I love who I am. One day God will bless me, but I have to work towards my goals. I have to have a vision. So I have to value myself. I'm not a millionaire, so what? Why do I downgrade myself? I'm working towards becoming a millionaire. So I don't have to downgrade myself because if I'm still thinking that I'm not enough, I'm still thinking that part of my body is not right. There are some beautiful women who have it all. Tell me one person who is satisfied with their body. I'm satisfied with my body because I had to learn the hard way. I had to learn the hard way that when I feel not satisfied with my body, it means that I'm bruising myself. It means I'm destroying my life. But that's important for you to set your standard for emotional safety. Number 27, set standards for conflict resolution. Healthy couples, they repair. Define what repair looks like. Apology, reflection, calm conversation, solution, change behavior. Those are important. Number 9, decide your policy on exclusivity. Where do you go exclusive? When do you go exclusive? What must be true first? What conversation must happen before you go exclusive? Number 29, set boundaries around identify relationship. No more situationship. Define the maximum time you allow confusion before you ask for clarity and act accordingly. You don't date people to get into confusion, guys. Number 29, create a discernment filter for spiritual alignment. If faith matters to you, define alignment beyond words, food, character, discipline, values, integrity, community. Number 31, create a filter for emotional maturity. How do you handle stress? How do you handle disappointment? How do you handle boundaries? How do you handle accountability? And feedback, how do you handle feedback? Maturity shows itself under pressure. So those things are important. Number 32, define how long-term practical alignment. Discuss children, if you want to have children, finances, work ethic, lifestyle, location, family roles, health, future plans. Love needs a structure. You need a structure. When you meet someone, guys, there is no time for nonsense, for games, to say, oh, you know what, it is too soon. I don't want to discuss these things, because if I discuss these things, the guy is going to think, or the woman, she's going to think, why do you want to date someone for 6 months in a dark place where you don't know where you're going, where you don't know where the future looks like, you don't know what the guy wants, you don't know what the woman wants, but you are telling your friends anyway, I'm dating anyway because the guy is so cute, he's driving a nice car, he's good in bed, he's doing blah, 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 but you are walking in the dark. You don't know what the future looks like. So all these things are important to ask, not on the first date, guys, no. So all these things are important for you to ask these questions. Number 33, set rule, don't ignore early data. In the first month, if someone shows you disrespect or inconsistency or dishonest, believe the evidence. Vision means you respond early. You be clear what you want. You don't make excuses for anybody, guys. Number 34, write down your dating vision statement. One paragraph that describes the love you're building, the values you require, and the standards you keep. Number 35, live it with courage. Your vision will be tested by charm. Your vision will be tested by loneliness. Your vision will be tested by pressure. Your vision will be tested by fear. And most of all, your vision will be tested by Satan. And trust me, guys, the day, you know what? People always think that Satan only destroys Christians. The day you say, I'm entering marriage, is the day you create a war with Satan. Satan hates marriages with perfect hatred. He hates people who say, I do. So the day you find the one is the day the war begins. Meaning when the war begins, know thyself. Protect the man that you love. Protect the woman that you love. And make sure you have God in your relationship. The hand of God, make sure is in that relationship. Because if the hand of God is not in that relationship, Satan will bring war to you. You will have a relationship where you have children, no sex life, no happiness, no prayer life, nothing. Just working towards tomorrow. I've gone through, guys, I've gone through all these things, but I've never had a relationship with no sex life because I wouldn't date those kind of guys. So all I'm saying to you is know that God's hand has to beat in order for you to have a happiness in your relationship. Your relationship has to have God's hand on it. It means happiness. When the relationship is tested, it means you still keep your happiness. When it's tested, you know that the Holy Spirit will guide you through what you need to do. When life does not make sense, you know God will guide you through life. So that is for me for today, guys. I've got to go and my daughter's play today. So that's why I started early, so I can do your 35 dating vision for you. So when you're ready to go on date, guys, you got to sit down. You got to plan. You've got to plan. Your planning has to enter your blood. Your DNA has to feel that plan. The desire of that guy, that man that you want, that you're no longer tolerating the nonsense. The desire has to be into your blood, into your DNA. You got to feel it. What do I desire to be? Who enters my life? What am I willing to tolerate? All these things are important. Knowing thyself, know what you want, and welcoming that world, the second world, into your life, and living a life unapologetic and be authentic, not living for social media. Your relationship, guys, is not for social media. Your relationship is for eternity, is between you and your spouse, where when you fight with grace. You don't fight because your friends are going on too much holidays, and you and your spouse, you don't go on holidays. You don't fight because your someone your friends are dating guys that wear better clothes than yours. Your relationship is created only for you. Only for you. It's you who is walking in that lane. Enjoy every moment of it. Enjoy it. Not your friends don't have a say in that relationship. Keep the third person out of it and enjoy that relationship. God bless you guys. If you're watching from YouTube, please do subscribe to our channel. If you're watching from Facebook, we have two groups, Unique Billionaire Mindset and Gossip Talk Shows. Please do join those two groups and be part of the family, and share the videos. And guys, follow me on my personal page as well. You can follow me on LinkedIn as well. And those who are on LinkedIn, I love to dance, but I don't post my dance videos on LinkedIn. Maybe one day I will. It's just at this moment, I'm trying to I'm helping my audience to understand that they can be who they want to be just by creating my videos in my small kitchen. Because if I start creating them professional, they'll be like, but Nomsa, you have it all. So how can I start my own if I don't have it all? So I'm trying to teach them that all you have to do is just take that first step to do something, and just create goals and implement. And when you implement, and just watch your tomorrow changes. So that's the reason why I'm creating them. But there'll be times where I'll create them professional, then I can post them in any part of my social media. But for now, I'm posting them on my personal page on Facebook. So those who have fear, because we all have fear, guys. Somehow, way in our lives, there's part of us where fear crept in. So for me, I did have fear before, but I'm so lucky because good people entered in my life and they took my life to the next level. So I'm doing the same. So God bless you guys. I will see you over the weekend. May God bless you. May you live with grace. I just have a meeting with my daughter, so I've got to go my daughter's school for her play.